Hi everybody, this is Jenny D, one of the makers in residence at the Hawkesbury Remakery at the moment, although we're all in lockdown at the moment, so we're actually makers in lockdown, but that's beside the point. I just thought I'd do a video today updating what I'm up to, what I'm working on. So I saw this lovely design, this lovely Irish lace motif, and I really wanted to try it. But as you can see, the directions are in Russian. Lucky for me, I can read a crochet chart, so I was still able to do the design, although there were some things that I had to work out for myself because I've no idea what these instructions are. Most of what I need is in the chart though, so lucky I was able to work that out. In order to work out the design, I first tried it with a size 5 yarn, or thread I suppose you could call it, which ended up this size, which as you can see is not Irish crochet size. So Irish crochet is for lace. This might be for some decorative piece on the wall or something, but it's certainly far too big for lace. But using this size yarn, I was able to see my stitches really easily and to work out how to interpret the pattern. There were some things that I did a little bit differently from the pattern, but I was able to interpret the pattern and mostly achieve the same pattern. But my end result, what I want to do is to do some Irish crochet lace for a negligee, which will also be dyed with silk dyed. So this is obviously far too big for that, but it was excellent for working out the stitches and working out the pattern. So my next attempt, I tried it with a size 8 thread. And that's the result here, which is obviously, as you can see, it's much more petite. This one's a variegated thread, so it gave it a little bit more interest in the design. I really like this and I'll use it for something else, but it's still not fine enough for Irish crochet lace on a negligee. Beautiful, but not what I was after. So then I tried, I should tell you too, with this one I used a 2.75 hook. This one I used a 1.25 millimeter hook. Put those right out of camera shot. And my next attempt was with size 40 thread, which is this one here. Also variegated. I love the way it turned out. It's almost what I was after. It's a little bit too big though. So it's a size 40 thread. I'll show you how fine that is. And I used a 0.8 millimeter hook in order to make this motif, and it's lovely. I will use it in something, but it's not quite what I was after for the lace for a negligee. So I have now gone to size 60 thread. This is it here, and I'll just show you the difference in size. This is the size 40, if you'll remember. This is the size 60 thread. So when I finish it, it will be around about half the size of that again. Okay, so to use this size 60 thread, I had to go to a 0.35 millimeter hook. So here's the 0.35 millimeter hook. Okay, I'll just see if I can show you. It's so tiny, it's difficult. There we go. It's difficult to show you what it looks like. That's a 0.35 millimeter hook. It's from Tulip, and I had to order it from Japan because you can't get them in Australia. So here I am, an Australian with a Japanese hook doing Irish crochet. How international is that? So I thought I might do a row just to show you how I can achieve this tiny work. And just in case you're wondering, I am wearing magnifying glasses so that I can see what I'm doing. Now, as I work with this piece, I'm kind of having to work around the camera because it's so small. I have to be very close to the camera, so it is slightly awkward for me. I'm not proficient at this size yet, so I do crochet very, very tightly, as you can see, which will make a lovely lace, but it is a little bit slow going because I have to pull through stitches. I sometimes lose stitches, but I'm working at it. Oh, one other thing I should mention too is this size thread, I can only seem to get it in white. And unfortunately, the white picks up all the oil off your hands. And because I'm handling it so much at the moment, because I'm only learning, it is discoloring as I work with the thread. But it will be okay because I intend to dye this finished piece anyway. All right, so let's have a look at this row. I'll just get my pattern. So from memory, so this particular motif uses chain, single crochet, half double crochet, triple crochet, and double crochet cluster. So the previous row was using double crochet clusters, which gives you these sort of post things here. And that was very awkward, so I'm not showing you how to do that because that was, it took me ages to do that. So this particular row is simply single crochet into the chains and into the stitches. So I've done the first single crochet. I had to do a chain first, then first single crochet. Now I'm just going to go on top of the chain here and do 2 single crochets. As you can see, I need to learn to loosen up a little bit, I think. So that's 1 single crochet. And 2 single crochet just for that space. Okay, and then I need to go into the top of this stitch here. Now, one of the really good things about working in thread this tiny, you don't have to be too precise about where you go in because nobody can see it anyway. So that's nearly 3 single crochet. Now I need to single crochet into this space again here, so 2 single crochet in here. This is the hardest bit, is pulling through. 1, 2 single crochet in the space, and I may have even split my yarn there, my thread there, but you can't really tell. And then in the top of this stitch here is another single crochet. Oops, I think I missed the stitch. I'm trying to be very gentle with this hook because it is so fine, and it was quite expensive to get it from Japan. Okay, so that's the last single crochet on top of a post there. So can you see my row? Okay, and let me have a look, see what to do next. 2 more single crochet into this chain here. There's 1 and 1 more. I will get quicker. I'm sure I'll get quicker. Okay, so there's actually, I have already gotten quicker. You should have seen me when I was first trying to use this hook. It was, well, if I'd have videoed it, it would have been painful, I think. All right, so the next row says I need to make a chain. Chain 1. Then turn. Then I'm going to do a half double crochet into the stitch. Oops, sorry. I think I crochet a little bit tighter when I'm on camera too. I get a little bit nervous. Okay, so there's the 3, can you see that? 3 stitches on the hook. Pull through all 3 and that makes a half double crochet. The next stitch is a double crochet, so thread over into the stitch, Sometimes if I can't find the stitch, I might get a needle and just poke myself a little hole. But this has got, it's not pointed on the end, but because it's so fine, you can punch through your work a little bit. Yarn over, pull through the work. Yarn over, make one stitch. Oop, there they are. Yarn over and make the final pull through, which gives you your double crochet. Okay. This isn't intended to be a tutorial either. It's just to show you what I'm doing. Okay, and now I've got to do, just let me count on the pattern. As you can see, most of the work happens between your thumb and your finger here. So now I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more double crochets. Okay, so let's finish this row off. One double crochet, two double crochet. Oops, sorry, out of camera. I'm pulling the work, I keep pulling the work towards me because I can see it better. I'm going to have to work out, as I said, some better way of filming this. I think this is 3, or is that 4 double crochet? I'll just have to check. So I was talking rather than counting. 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet. To that stitch makes 5. If I can get it in there. Oops. And I haven't actually punctured through the skin of my finger, but I've come close a couple of times trying to get it through. Okay, that's 5. And I think I can see the poor camera trying to adjust focus all the time. Okay, one more double crochet into this stitch here. Then a half double crochet into the next stitch. Just there. Oops, there we go. That's it. And the last stitch is, just looking at my pattern, just a single crochet. Oh, actually, okay, so I've got a single crochet all the way down here and to meet the bottom of the flower. So I'll do that off camera, as that I think will be a bit of a slow going process. But I hope you've kind of got a little bit of an idea about this tiny work. I think it's going to be very pretty when it's finished, and I will show you once I've dyed this piece too, once I've finished it and dyed it, before I use so this tiny needle here, this tiny hook here, is also used to do the netting in between the motifs. So I will show you some of that process too. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you would like to see more, please subscribe. On this channel there will be all sorts of different things, hopefully crochet, dyeing, probably some bead embroidery. Yeah, so if you want to see what I'm up to, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.